Number 3, proposal argument. A proposal argument proposes a scientific solution to a problem. Number 4, narrative argument. A narrative argument is made by telling a story or narrative. Number 5, rebuttal argument. A rebuttal argument shows that the writer understands the original argument before attempting to counter it. And number 6, definition argument. A definition argument uses definition as a starting point in making a case. Now here are 3 techniques in writing an argumentative essays. What are these? First one, we have logical appeal. Second one, we have ethical appeal. And the third one, we have emotional appeal. It is the use of reasonable, valid, strong, clear claims and cited evidence to convince the reader. What is ethical appeal? The writer uses evidence that is fair, open-minded, and honest to appear knowledgeable. What is emotional appeal? When the writer uses emotions to connect with the reader. So those are the 3 writing techniques in argumentative essay. So, please prepare the following questions. For your assignment, write an argumentative essay using the writing techniques. Thank you for listening. Good luck. Bye-bye. Now here are the 3 techniques being used in writing argumentative essay. The first one, we have logical appeal. The second one, we have ethical appeal. The third one, we have emotional appeal. What is logical appeal? It is the use of reasonable, valid, strong, clear claims and cited evidence to convince the reader. What is ethical appeal? The writer uses evidence that is fair, open-minded, and honest to appear knowledgeable. And what is emotional appeal? When the writer uses emotions to connect with the reader. So these are the 3 writing techniques in writing argumentative essay. In paragraphing, we will have the 5 structures. The first one, we have the introduction. The introduction states the issue. The second one, we have the alternative view. The alternative view gives the opposite side of view. And the third one, we have the criticism or alternative view. It demolished the opposite view by using its weakness. And the fourth one, we have your view. It explains reasons and techniques to support your view. And the last one, we have the conclusion. It is the summary. So this is the structure you're going in paragraphing your argumentative essay. So for the recap, here are the 3 things you need to remember. First one, pick a topic that you are passionate about. Second one, know your position. And the third one, get the facts. Hi, good day. My name is Teacher Jackie. I'm a grade 10 English subject teacher. Today, you're going to learn about an argumentative essay But before that, please prepare the following: a pen and a paper, and the modules.
Hi there, I'm Teacher Jackie, an English subject teacher. In this video, you're going to learn the modal verbs. And what are these modal verbs? Modal and modal phrases or semi-modals. Possibility, permission, or obligation. Modal phrases or semi-modals are used to express the same as modals, but are a combination of auxiliary verbs and the preposition to. The modals and semi-modals in English are can, could, be able to, may, might, must, have to, will, and would. Now let's tackle first the modals can, could, and be able to. These can be used in the present, future, and in the past. These modals expresses ability or lack of ability. Can, could, and be able to are used to express a variety of ideas in English. Can plus base form of the verb. Example: Tom can write poetry very well. I can help you with that next week. Lisa can't speak French. So those are the examples. Am, is, are, will be, plus able to, plus base form of the verb. Or on the other hand, if it is going to use in a lack of ability, you're going to have this combination: I'm not, isn't, or aren't, or won't be, plus able to, plus base form of the verb. Example: Mike is able to solve complicated math equations. The support team will be able to help you in about 10 minutes. I won't be able to visit you. Use these modals in the past. The modal could, if you're going to construct it in a sentence, you're going to form this combination: could or couldn't plus base form of the verb. Example: When I was a child, I could climb trees. Was or were plus able to plus base form of the verb. Or if it is in lack of ability, you're going to use wasn't or weren't plus able to plus base form of the verb. Or hasn't or haven't plus being able to plus base form of the verb. Example: I wasn't able to visit her in the hospital. He hasn't been able to get in touch with a client yet. Note: can and could do not take an infinitive to, and do not take the future auxiliary will. So let's have these corrections. This one is incorrect. I can to help you this afternoon. That is incorrect. The correct one is I can help you this afternoon, or I will be able to help you this afternoon. We are also going to use the models that expresses the possibility or impossibility. And these are the can or can't. And the combination, if we're going to construct it in a sentence, is this: can or can't plus base form of the verb. Example: you can catch that train at 10:43. He can't see you right now. He's in surgery. And if you use the could, the modal could, here is the combination: could plus base form of the verb. Example: I could fly via Amsterdam if I leave the day before. We can also use the modal can that expresses or asking permission or giving permission. The combination, if you're going to construct it in a sentence, is can plus subject plus base form of the verb. That is informal. Example: can you lend me $10? You can also use the can plus base form of the verb. You can borrow my car. Another is the modal could. Could plus subject plus base form of the verb in a polite manner. Example: could I have your number? Could I talk to your supervisor, please? Make a suggestion, or to make a suggestion use. If you're going to use this model in making suggestion or giving suggestions, then you could use this one: could plus base form of the verb. Example: you could take the tour of the castle tomorrow. So those are the models: can, could, and be able to. Now let's come to the models may and might. They express formal permission and formal prohibition. May or may not plus base form of the verb. Example: you may start your exam now. You may not wear sandals to work. And these models are also used in a polite request. May plus subject plus base form of the verb. Example: may I help you? And we can also use this one for the possibility or negative possibility. For example, the may and might plus base form of the verb, like this one: We may go out for dinner tonight. Do you want to join us? Our company might get the order if the client agrees to the price. May not or might not plus base form of the verb. Example: Adam and Suri may not buy that house. It's very expensive. They might not buy a house at all. To make a suggestion when there is no better or might as well plus base form of the verb can be used. Example: You may as well come inside. Jam will be done here soon. We might as well take Friday off. There's no work to be done anyway. We can also use this one in giving a polite suggestion. Might plus base form of the verb is going to be the combination. Example: You might like to try the salmon fillet. It's our special today. Now let's talk about the models shall, should, and ought to. This is to offer of assistance or polite suggestion when you're quite sure of a positive answer. Shall plus subject plus base form of the verb is the combination. Example: Shall we go for a walk? Note that shall is only used when I or we, and it is used instead of will only in formal English. To offer of assistance or polite suggestion when you are not sure of a positive answer, here is the combination: should plus subject plus base form of the verb. Example: Should I call a doctor? A prediction or expectation that something will happen. This is the combination you're going to construct: should or shouldn't plus base form of the verb. Example: The proposal should be finished on time. I should be late. The train usually arrives on time. And if you're going to use this one to give advice, here is the combination: should or ought to plus base form of the verb. Document before you send it out. You ought to have your car serviced before the winter. And if you're going to give advice about something you think wrong or unacceptable, you should go to use this one: shouldn't plus base form of verb. Example: James shouldn't teach him words like those. Now let's come to must, have to, need to, don't have to, and need not. These models expresses necessity or requirement. In the present and future, you must have this combination: must or have to or need to plus base form of the verb. Example: You must have a passport to cross the border. Elizabeth has to apply for her visa by March 10th. I need to drop by his room to pick up a book. If you're going to use this in a past form, you need to have this combination: